goody YouTube? It's your boy Soggy Nachos, aka Mr. Steal Your Girl, because I'm so thick, delectable, and delicious that she couldn't even help herself. Back at y'all again, actually with my first face reveal on YouTube since like 2013. I didn't even have dreadlocks, blonde hair, anything along the lines of that. So glad to be able to make a video with my face in it again. But we are here today to talk about, once again, Toontown drama. Toontown drama seems to be a big thing with this small ass community in the grand scheme of things of gaming, right? So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so usually when it comes to Toontown drama or drama in general, I try not to involve myself unless, I think that shit is just perpetuating for no reason, right? So we obviously have a situation that most of the Toontown community is aware of, that it's, right now, Frizzy hates Toontown Corporate Clash staff members and devs because he was banned for a duration of 10 years, according to whatever that screenshot was that he posted. And he thinks that it was stemmed off of the Zap fight that he had with these people. So let me give a little quick disclaimer, right? As a person that's been making Toontown videos, a while ago for Toontown Infinite and the Toontown Infinite drama that was perpetuating and the Toontown drama in general, I'm not involved with any of this drama, right? I'm not involved with any of it. So, I'm going to be coming from a perspective of logicalness and reason, from a neutrality perspective of not I'm Team Frizzy or I'm Team Corporate Clash, towards this situation, or the people that hate Frizzy and whatnot. So I kind of want to just come in and kind of give a level-headed perspective on this whole situation, because I feel like it's blown way out of proportion as to where it doesn't need to be. And, looking at Frizzy's last video and all the people that are fuck Corporate Clash, they're pieces of shit and all that. So let me start with talking about cancel culture as a whole, right? So anyone with a fucking brain right now understands that we are in a very, sensitive time in the country because of the murder of George Floyd and all of the race wars that have erupted in this country. So I'm not going to make this really about this, but the point that I'm about to make is kind of going to flow into the Toontown point. When shit like this happens in the country and everyone is fearful for being canceled or because social media is such a powerful outlet now that you say something that could get shared and millions of people see it, and now millions of people hate you or want to kill you or have this opinion about you or a skewed truth about you because they read something online or somebody posted something. So obviously everyone knows, Frizzy. Now I've been, sort of cool with Frizzy over the years. We've talked a few times. We're not close. I guess we're kind of homies. I don't know. Not really homies, but we're cool. And we all know that he's been a hostile type dude for a while now. People enjoy watching the guy because he calls out the idiots. He calls out, the people, the people that don't make smart decisions in game, et cetera, et cetera. And I respect him for that, because a lot of people aren't the best at calling people out on their bullshit. So I respect him for that and that nature. However, coming from a dude that lives in New York, and, kind of a more understanding area, I guess, I don't know. But, I was reading on Twitter some of the shit that he has been saying about, transgenders. He used the word transsexual, which transsexual is no longer the accepted term to talk about people that are transgender. So transgender people was saying some shit about them. Was saying, just shit about big titty bitches and women and stuff like that. And just, perpetuating a lot of, talk that might not necessarily be accepted in certain types of communities. So reason why I compared this to the cancel culture that's currently going on in the real world, not virtual Toontown bullshit, is that if people say some shit, right? If you say some shit that perpetuates racism, sexism, anything that goes, against gay rights, transgender rights, and, et cetera, people are going to react negatively and then people are going to post that, just like somebody created an entire thread filled with a lot of the shit that Frizzy has been saying on his Discords, which I guess resulted in him getting banned because it went against their terms of service. When people share that stuff, a company, if you want to call Corporate Clash a company, I'm not really sure. They don't make money because it's actually Disney's property. But from their perspective, right? If you have somebody that is saying some fucked up shit that the overarching majority of people or community are against because it goes against those human, I don't want to call it human rights, I don't have the right word for it right at the moment, but like when it goes against what those people think and believe in and believe that people should be treated in a normal, decent manner, essentially, then, they're going to react in a way to make sure that they themselves don't get canceled, essentially, right? Because Frizzy says the shit that he said, a lot of fucked up shit that makes, what people call social justice warriors. I don't agree necessarily with that statement. Social justice warrior, fine, but not in the negative connotation that goes along with it, right? So you take those social justice warriors, for lack of a better word at the moment, that are, gonna freak out if, somebody said, he says all this fucked up shit and somebody, posts a comment and goes at Corporate Clash or at whatever this company, this is the real world. Are you going to stand for and condemn the activity or words of this person? And obviously, which a lot of companies have been doing, a lot of fucking companies in this country right now that are, probably have plenty of racists and things like that are running the goddamn company are still, saying, we stand behind the protesters and we stand behind, we don't agree with racism and things like that. Clash, if they were smart, are going to try to do something similar to what they do if somebody's going to try to perpetuate like a cancel on somebody. So they got one player, Frizzy. Like, yeah, he has, lots of subscribers and a lot of people following him and things like that. But at the same time, if somebody's going to say some shit that's going to make people feel extremely uncomfortable and basically infringe on, not infringe on rights, because he didn't really break any rights. He has a matter of opinion. He has the right to his opinion, but understanding that there still can be consequences towards the things that you say, and of course he knows that. But it makes sense as to why they wanted to ban him for that type of situation, because they didn't want to represent or have somebody using their servers that promotes those types of things like transphobia, sexism, etc., the fucked up things that he said online. Now, where I think Clash Team fucked up, and like I said, I could be getting a little bit of this wrong, but I'm just coming at this from a neutral perspective of someone who doesn't give enough shits to get involved, but gives enough shits to make a video to like stop this drama. I think where they may have fucked up is them originally saying in the screenshots that like Frizzy didn't break any rules, he didn't do anything that's technically against our terms of service, so we can't technically ban him at this point. And then it seems like they came up with a reason to ban him, and then he was banned. And then of course he's gonna, respond in outrage to everybody because, he feels like, I don't know how much of a shit. I think he gives enough of a shit to make videos about, getting banned, but I think at the end of the day, he's going to get over it because it's a fucking game that has 300 players. Toontown Rewritten is also just a game that has 4,000 players. Toontown as a whole isn't even that big of a deal, y'all. Like, let's get that out of the way. But he was banned, I think, for the things that he says, right? And the things that he's representing and the things that he's talking about and the things that are going around. Because if enough people start spreading around the shit that you're saying and it has a negative light on you, the people as a company had a choice, right? They were like, all right, well, we can not take any action against Frizzy, right? And then a shit ton of the community is going to have an outrage against that and they're going to be like, cancel Corporate Clash. Or we can, do something like ban Frizzy and then feel like we have the community on our side. I don't think the Corporate Clash community is going to admit that that is something that was on their minds, but I think that makes perfect sense as to being a reason as to why they were like, you know what? We want to preserve the game and the culture of the game, and we want to make sure that bullying, because, I mean, he's an internet bully. And I'm not even saying that's a big deal. Somebody bullies me on the internet, I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, I might get in an argument with you and I might go back off on you, but I'm not sensitive enough that it's really gonna like hurt my feelings and affect me. But a lot of people it will, especially the Toontown community. So I get it. Now, I think Frizzy's placing a lot of blame that like this all started over a Zap gag, the Zap community, etc., like a shitty gag, I personally, without making this even about gameplay or stuff like that, I wouldn't say Zap's a terrible gag. Zap's an okay gag. It's a good gag if everyone knows how to use it, but it is not better than sound. But different story, completely different story. He obviously was, talking to the Zap community, and they didn't like the things he had to say. He didn't like the things the Zap community had to say. It started a big debate. Whoever won that debate, whatever, doesn't matter. But, his being banned had really nothing to do with the Zap community. And I don't think, now I could be wrong, but I don't think Clash would be dumb enough to be like, if he doesn't like the gag that we made it, let's find a way that if he doesn't like a gag track that we created and put into the game, we're going to try to get him banned or something like that. We're going to find a reason to get him off of our servers because he's perpetuating bad things about the gag track that we made and therefore, slandering our game's name. No, I don't think that's the case. I think it has a lot to do, like I said for the 4th time now, the things that he has been saying about trans people, about gay people, he even said, I'm cautious around blacks always. Bro, why? Why? Just saying, Frizzy, I don't hate you, my guy. You say some fucked up shit, different story, but like, why are you cautious around all black people? Do black people scare you? Different, why? So that was a weird thing. So, he says a lot of shit that people don't want to hear. And, we live in a culture now, unfortunately, where censorship is starting to occur. Do I think he should have been banned from Corporate Clash? No, probably not. I don't think he should have got banned for Corporate Clash. And like I said, I could be butchering some information. I mean, people might try and hate on me in the comments or something like that and be like, oh, he deserved to be banned, or like, whatever people might come up with, because this is all just internet drama at the end of the day. But let me bring it back to the fact that, like, bruh, it is just a goddamn game. It's Toontown, dude. I stopped playing Toontown for 7 years and was perfectly fine. I came back because somebody told me about corporate. Actually, no, I started playing Toontown Rewritten in the during the pandemic and got bored with Toontown Rewritten after I got like 124 laugh, and I was like, this is the same shit. It's whack. And then somebody brought up Corporate Clash to me, and then I started making videos again because of Corporate Clash. But regardless of the fact, this is Toontown drama. Shit's not that big of a deal. At the end of the day, Frizzy DJYC got banned. I think he's banned from Toontown Rewritten too for whatever reason. I mean, he got banned from Clash, he got banned from Rewritten, and maybe he'll play another Toontown server, maybe he won't, and he's making videos to expose the community and like whatever. But at the end of the day, to all you people that are like, helping to spread the drama, like, chill the hell out, guys. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter. Focus on some real world issues other than the drama on Toontown. There's what, like 6 Toontown servers at this point? And I mean, let this shit get out of hand far enough to the point that Disney's gonna be like, all right, you're starting to really mess with the Disney name. We're gonna lay down the hammer. They're gonna close down all the servers. All you Toontown fanboys and all that aren't gonna be super excited about that when Disney brings in the hammer and shut shit down like they did to the Club Penguin private servers. So I mean, really all I'm saying, because I'm not trying to perpetuate the drama, I'm not trying to contribute to the drama that is involved with this game. I'm not. I think that people are blowing this shit way out of proportion. They are feeding into the shit, right? The Zap Squad and whatever the hell went on with the Zap Squad and Frizzy, who cares? They got in an argument about which gag they think is better. If the Corporate Clash community took that Zap debate and the Zap issues that he has with them and made that a reason as to why he was gonna get banned, yeah, that's fucked up. But I don't think that's what it is. I think because he didn't technically break any in-game rules, they just didn't want to be associated with him and the shit that he says, because it's, he says a lot of toxic shit. They didn't want to be associated with that shit. So because they didn't want to be associated with that, they basically, banned him because they said they broke some kind of in-game rule that I don't know yet, because Frizzy didn't post a screenshot of exactly why he was banned. So I don't think it has anything to do with that Zap shit. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that they didn't want to be canceled by lots of people that were affected by the things that Frizzy himself was saying. But remember, y'all, like, this ain't a big deal. It's a game. Bro, I hop on Toontown Corporate Clash and I just want to play. I want to have a good time. And like, yeah, I'm going to argue with some fuckers that say that me not having sound on the game matters on Corporate Clash when it doesn't. And that's a completely different video. But like, just those types of things, like those debates kind of make sense. Like Frizzy going off on people about the Zap community and stuff, that makes sense. But as soon as this shit got blown into the portion that it is when it turns into like way too much drama for a game that has such a low population that no one really has any rights over, because Disney at any time could come down and lay down the hammer, right? So I'm hoping that enough people see this shit and kind of, I guess, take my words and understand that it's not that big of a deal. This is all just a bunch of drama that does not matter. It's a game that's free to play. No one's making any money off of this, so why? And I think also, like, Frizzy, you have such a big impact on the Toontown community. Like, don't contribute to the drama spreading, my G. Like, it doesn't matter either. You know it doesn't matter. So stop trying to, argue and fight with everyone. Yeah, it makes sense. Expose the corporate clash community for the shit that they said, blah, blah, blah. The hole's getting dug deeper. But, I really think it boils down to, like, you say some fucked up shit to people. And people don't want to fuck with you because you're saying some stuff that, people in more sensitive communities don't want to hear. And now we live in a society at which some of these things that you say are insensitive and not necessarily okay. Do I think you should be censored for the stuff you say? No, absolutely not. But definitely prepare for the backlash that I know you don't mind receiving because you like arguing with people. Don't blame me. I like a good debate my own self too. So I definitely get you. But like, don't be surprised, I guess, that you got banned and that people, are hating on you. And also, I think it's weird that you're banning everybody from your Discord channel and you're banning people from your YouTube channel that are disagreeing with you. I think, for me personally, like, everybody's different, but like, I think that, if somebody disagrees with my point, I'm gonna say what I need to say. I'm gonna try to put them in their place. I'm gonna put them in their place. But then I'm just gonna keep it moving. Like, I'm not gonna be like, I don't wanna deal with you, I'm gonna ban you, right? That in of itself is its own form of censorship. You're censoring the people that disagree with you, which I think is a bit, I think it's a bit counterproductive to the points that you're trying to portray, saying that people are entitled to their opinions. If people are entitled to their opinions, let them say what they gotta say on your channel. But I wasn't trying to make this video too long. I just wanted people to kind of drop by, take a look at this, and like kind of understand that, like, fuck this drama, y'all. It's just a game. Play whatever server you want to play. Play Rewritten, even though it's trash. Play Corporate Clash. Play Tooniversal. But don't be like, I'm never gonna play Toontown Corporate Clash again because look at what they did to Frizzy Doggenpop, DJ YC, he's my idol. That's the fucking problem with the Toontown community. Y'all idolize people way too much. You see a YouTuber and you wanna fucking suck their dick. And I'm sorry for the people that are watching this that were looking for an appropriate video, but you ain't getting it. Alright? Like, stop idolizing people so much. Frizzy made good points in his video of him talking about don't idolize the people that make your videos because you will be disappointed. You have your role model that you watch in all the movies and stuff just to meet them in person and they don't even want to talk to you, spit in your face because you keep trying to talk to them. Like, the world is full of fucked up people and surprises, right? So yeah, do what you gotta do, say what you need to say about a content creator, such as Frizzy, for the things that you guys disagree with and that you don't want to hear him say because you think it's messed up. Makes perfect sense. But don't idolize your people and don't be like, Frizzy, I looked up to you. How could you do this to me? Because you're just feeding the fire. And he's going to be like, I have my opinion and, what do y'all have to do about it? So, I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm hoping this gets a little bit of momentum. People talk about this. Squash the drama, y'all. Like, Corporate Clash. If y'all felt like this makes sense, that he was you guys did not want to get involved with the stuff that he was perpetuating because people, are rightfully sensitive to the things that he's saying because he's saying very insensitive things to people of certain, of certain communities, then say so, okay? Maybe it wasn't right for you to ban him if you didn't have a good bannable reason to ban him. But, if you don't like the things that he's associated with, you have every right. Like, this isn't any kind of legal fucking thing. This isn't a company that you're trying to get people to go to your business. If you don't fuck with Frizzy because of the shit he said, say that you don't fuck with him and ban him and say that was your reason, instead of trying to catch yourself in some kind of looping lie. Like I said, I don't know the full story because I'm not involved in Frizzy's inner circle and I'm not involved in Corporate Clash's inner circle. But based on the shit that I'm hearing from the community, it all sounds pretty stupid to me anyway. So that's it. Take this with a grain of salt. But listen to my words, y'all. We don't need the drama. Life is short. Yo, you're gonna turn 85 and die like that. Life goes by so quick. Like, I spent 25 minutes making this video and I already feel like, man, I got some other shit that I would like to do with my life. So anyways, that's what I had to say. Hope y'all enjoyed my face reveal for the first time in 7 years. And unfortunately, I had to make a video about Toontown drama like I made in my Toontown Infinite drama video from back in the day. But yeah, all right, y'all. Stay safe out there. Stay easy. And for all y'all that were hurt about the things that Frizzy said, I mean, look, it is the world. Like, obviously we want to make the world a better place and we don't want to, we don't want to have to deal with the shit that, people say about your groups, right? Those people are going to upset you, but like, those people are everywhere. People that are like that, right? People are going to be saying shit always. And it's better to just say what you got to say, put them in your place. But, don't show your weaknesses all the time. Don't show your weakness. Stay strong and say whatever you got to say back, even if it hurts your feelings, At the end of the day, this is just internet drama. Deal with someone in your school or in your community that's saying that shit. If it's someone on Toontown, block the bitch and move on. I'm not calling Frizzy a bitch. I'm saying the shit you said is fucked up, Frizzy. Yeah, it is. But, like, other than that, chill out, everybody. This shit is not that big of a deal. Relax. It's a fucking game. Do you know how many people? Look at the fucking guy that's the president of the United States. Yeah, if you're a Trump supporter, great, cool, congrats. But like, come on. He says some fucked up shit. Some guy named Frizzy Doggenpop who like, is I guess important within the Toontown community, but like in the grand scheme of things, who the fuck cares? Are you gonna die from the shit that he says? No. Say what you gotta say he's fucked up, let it alone, move forward. Stop the Toontown drama. Let people enjoy the game that they've been playing, the nostalgic game that they've been playing for years. And let that shit keep going. Before this shit hits the fan even more, gets shut down because everyone in the Toontown community for some reason likes drama. That's all I gotta say. Peace. Soggy Nachos.